Hello, it's Jeanette here from the UK, Far Forest Ceramics, and it's quite early in the morning here, so I'm not fully awake and functioning, but I'm desperate to get this kiln opening because I think there's going to be a lot of disasters. I've been heartbroken. Heartbroken is too dramatic a word. It's clay at the end of the day, but this kiln load I've been working on for a month. It's jam-packed full. So A, have I packed it too tight? Which is most likely I have, but I wanted to get it all in. I've been doing a lot of tests for some Christmas projects and for a couple of kiln openings that I want to do some special ones. And I needed to do some tests to see did certain glazes work, would shapes work, so I could decide which way to go and which Christmas projects I did. I raced through, got the glazing done, 3 days worth of glazing. It's all tightly packed and I'm thinking, it's packed too tight. I'm looking for a hot cone 6.5. And then I put it on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and at midnight going to bed, I just checked on my app and checking on the kiln, and it had powered out, as in the electricity had tripped out, all in darkness. It's happened once before, and I thought the hot tub was tripping the power because we've only got a phase 1 supply, which it works on a phase 1, but I can't have big things running at the same time. So we haven't run the hot tub, so I haven't had a problem since. I came in and it was 880 degrees centigrade. I've no idea how long ago it tripped out, so how far it went up before it cooled down. It was midnight and I thought I'm just going to put it straight back on again, put the power back on, put it back on. So it started at 880 degrees and continued, which was the Camille Hoffman program. Woke up 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, straight away checked the kiln and it's tripped out again. And this time it had cooled down to 400 and something degrees centigrade. So I knew I'd got a problem and I didn't know what to do. And I just decided to put it on one more time on the Camille Hoffman. So bear in mind, this is the 3rd time it's gone through a firing, and I don't know how hot it went on the first firing or the second. And I put it on for the 3rd, and I basically watched it pretty much every degrees going through its cycle after it got to about 700 degrees centigrade. And it went all the way to the 1200. It did an 8-minute hold at 1200, and then it cooled down. So it's done its proper cycle on the Camille Hoffman. So I don't know if it's the program, is it the kiln? Is it the kiln that's tripping the electrics? Is it the fact that it's taking too much power at some specific point at this program that's tripping? I don't know. So I need to speak to an electrician and a kiln technician once I can get the logs off it. So last night it was still cooling down when I went to bed, and it was in the region of 600 degrees centigrade. So I thought, just go to sleep, didn't take the bungs out, left it. Come here this morning and it is 80 degrees centigrade, and today's Friday and we have our granddaughters on a Friday, so my husband's gone to go and pick them up and I've only got a short amount of time, and I just desperately need to open the kiln because I'm expecting this is going to have got really, really hot. I raised a lot of pieces, but then things drip on the kiln shelves, explosion, I don't know. So I haven't peeked at all because I don't really want to. And it's clay. It's only clay. But we know how we feel and we get attached. And there's also 3, you know the dinner plates I did for my son in Canada? The peppered plum ones. Oh, I'll tell you about those when I get further down. But I took them to Canada and I've brought 3 back and they're in here refiring. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's an explosion. There's an explosion. Oh, all I can see is one thing. Okay. Ooh. Well, I don't think I've done a West 2 Ceramics Lucy on it. Okay. You can only tell so much from the top. But, maybe. The explosion, it's Christmas luminaire that's exploded and it's all over the shelf. But I can't see it touching any other pieces. And one piece has fallen over and it might be touching, but I can't see major drippage. Oh dear. I can see something's fallen off a shelf underneath, a little mushroom, and it looks like it's touching the wall of the kiln with the glaze. Let me look at the cones. Oh gosh, the cones are even stuck on the shelf. Do you know what I'm going to do? Let me just go and get my camera so I can take a photograph so you can see what I can see before we start. Okay, so I'll insert a photo of my first sight of what I saw when I opened it, and then do a close-up of the explosion, which you need to check out West 2 Ceramics Lucy, because she had, poor thing, a kiln explosion, and she actually had pieces of her explosion stuck to all of her other pieces, and she had them on the kiln shelf everywhere and the wall like me, and she did quite well to survive. So I'm taking hope there, Lucy, that there's a way I can salvage some of this. And I'll also put a photograph of what I can see down the side with this mushroom. But, okay, first of all, let's... Oh, look at the kilns. Oh, hang on, they're stuck. Oh, Lord. So, cone 5, 6 and 7. And this was stuck on something else. Just a prop. So, I think I've got possibly... 7 and I've definitely got 7, because that would have touched the bottom, and my cones are there at the bottom, and so for these cones they need to touch this point at the bottom, so that I think would definitely got a 7. So I've got a 7, maybe even hotter than 7. Okay, I don't know where to start. I can't get the explosion out, but okay, let me put my glasses on and have a look. The first thing I did I ran out of space, so I raised and put a half shelf, but not a half shelf from this kiln, a half shelf from my smaller kiln in. And I had some ancient copper, the original recipe. I had a dribble at the bottom. So I watered it down, I got all the chips and the stuff from the side, and I put about 6 coats on the bottom of these, and they look disgusting. And I think that could be to do with that could be to do with the fact that it was the remnants, but there were so many crystals, and I reckon it's possibly more the firing as well. So yeah, it was, let me get my notes, sorry. So I actually did 5 coats of Amaco's ancient copper, and then inside I did 2 birch, and on the top rim I did 2 winterwood. So I like the birch on the inside. I like how the winterwood has run down. If this ancient copper had have worked, I think I'd have liked that. But it's my first attempt at thumb cups. Never done them before. Actually, they feel quite nice. So I have got 4 of those. And they haven't dripped on the cookies. Oh, well, yes, they have dripped. I can take that down now, okay. No crystals. But I like the shape, and I like the inside edge. That's nice. Let's have a look at these 2. Oh yes, more drippage. We're going to have a drippy kiln, especially when this doesn't normally drip. I like the inside. Ooh. But somebody might like them as a set of 4. They're just not what I was hoping for. But is that because I watered down the ancient copper and it wasn't really thick enough, even though I did 5 coats of what I'd got? Who knows? I did a little indicator heart of Spectrum's cactus, and I put that on the front of my glaze jar. That looks okay. And, okay, do you remember I did my Christmas mug one of my Christmas mugs in glute orange? It was a terra colour new glaze, and it pinholed, orange peeled everywhere. Well, I ground off the drips at the bottom in case it dripped again, and put it just on where I ground it off, and the rim was a bit rough, so I just slightly sanded and put it on there, just a single coat. And because this was a slow cool, I put it in to see, did it solve the pinholes? And from the top, oh, it's dripped onto my cookie and my kiln shelf, but it's still the same. I've now actually got pinholes as opposed to the orange peel. So it's no improvement. I did sand down the beard because it was on the beard, and I put more birch on it. So this was just a test to see if it was the program that didn't like terra colour, and it's gone a dark colour now. So I'm not going to put this glaze on this clay. I'm going to keep it on my cream clay, but was worth putting in. So I don't know where to start, because, okay, start on something that shouldn't have run. I've done a lot of sippy cups. Okay, that's okay at the moment. Ooh, I'm looking for pinholes. Okay. So that is a sippy cup, because I had, from my Far Forest Countryside show, some commissions that were requested, and one lady was looking for some more manly colours. Oh, there's one little pinhole there. Well, no, it's not actually. Is that a bit of Christmas tree that's exploded and touched it? Can you see? There, but that's beautiful. Yeah, I can see something's touched that one. So that one is blue inside. Okay, I'm just taking my little bits of wadding off the bottom. So I put them all on wadding. That's very nice. Tiny spots of pinholing, but like really small, and no pinholing on the inside, which is good. And I can see it's dripped in the nice inside. I like that with the birch inside as well. Let me look at the other one. Okay, bear in mind this is a glaze that doesn't run, and it has started to, but not off the bottom. Nice. So I have a glaze combo I've been doing for 3 years, and it's what we use in our house. It's not normally what I get. It's gone a lot more brown. So this is the 3 coats of birch, 3 coats of Cordovan inside and over the rim, and then I put a line of Mako Cobalt Wash on the top. So I normally get lots of lovely blues. I haven't got the blues. I've got more autumn fall colours. Still nice, but not what I expected. So this firing has definitely messed with that. Okay, they're in one piece though. It's just not what I was expecting, so it's messed up with all the glazes, so all my tests are not really going to be true tests. Okay. It's better than it could have been. So what have I done here? It's a sippy cup. So I have done, it's a new combo. Okay, I've done 2 times Spectrum Sangria on the bottom half, and then I did 2 times Spectrum Soft Red on the top half, and then I did Poppy Fields on the rim with a white liner and just tuck it over in the centre. Let me see I've done 3 of these. Can't see any pinholes or anything. Not so keen on that straight line there, but I like how the soft red has come down. They're quite nice. No pinholes. But okay, they're salvageable. Now I did, ooh, that's nice. Ooh. Now this is a new combo to me, and this is one I was inspired from Chris at Prello Ceramics. I like that. So this is one I saw Chris doing, and I think a few others have done something similar. Let me get the other ones out. Get my little wadding that I did on the bottom. Oh, I do like that. That's lovely. So this is obsidian. Let me get the other one. So these are obsidian. Oh, that's only my wadding going. Obsidian all over ×1. The bottom 2/3 is Amico blue rutile. The top 2/3 smoky merlot. times 3, and then in the middle where they overlap, a wavy line of seaweed times 3 where they join. And I think that would have been more pronounced if I had not had a cone 7.5 with the white liner. And I think these are still too hot. I don't know, right, yeah, I'll touch them. Let's have a look. That's very nice, actually. I think that would be even better if it was at the proper firing. I'm surprised that they've survived. Oh, that's good. What else have we got? So I've got 3 more sippy cups, then that's all the sippy cups. What have I done on this one? Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Tried something new and I'm not sure. So, oh, turn them around, that one's even hotter. Ouch. White gloss on the inside. And this is, what is this? 2 times Spectrum Autumn Purple all over. And then with oatmeal, 1 coat, swooshes here, there and everywhere. Not liking this like strong edge there. But maybe at the correct firing, that would have been okay. Now, my tree luminaires that I did with my air pen, I had a few samples and I'm trying to test out some glazes because the actual air pen work was a bit different on each one. So when I make them again, which I will do for Christmas, I will do them in sets of 3 in gradiated sizes, and I just want to see what colours. I want to do like a creamy white, something like that, and I want to do a green one. So I've tried a few things. The question is, I don't know which one is which. So I did 1 tree in, oh, that's quite nice, in just 2 times Amaco's River Birch. So you can see the texture I've done with the air pen here. And when I do them again, I'm actually going to do thicker. So this is more pronounced. And that's quite nice on the River Birch, actually. Can you see? Can't get it all in camera. That's quite nice in the River Birch. That is possibly one I'd consider to do a series of. Because a lot of people at Christmas have the neutrals. I like that. How many coats of River Birch? 2. That's not too bad. Okay, 2 River Birch. And River Birch is not running as well, so that's quite good on the kiln shelf. So then I had one last time that I put Himalayan salt on. I didn't like it at all, and I have reglazed it with 2 River Birch. And that's better. At least it's got a gloss on it. It's not, this is River Birch at cone 7+, and this is Himalayan salt with River Birch on, which, yeah, it's quite nice now actually, but I wouldn't do that again because obviously I'm not going to do Himalayan salt and then River Birch, all those coats on a tree. But I think I've saved that one, so these could go in my bargain section, because there's just going to be one-offs of random glazes. But I like in the River Birch, and I've saved that one, which is quite good. Now, I did 3 more trees, and you're going to have to help me which one's which. 1 with stone denim. Okay, so I've done 2 with rainforest, 1 with snow on the top and on the tips, and 1 with pearl white on the tips, but one of them is a reglaze. So, first of all, I think this is the stone denim. It's quite dark, but it is very nice. And when I do stone denim, I usually get a load of greens, not blues. And on the camera, it's showing more blue, but these are actually, it's looking quite green. Whether that's because it's gone to the hotter firing. On the camera, it's looking a lot more blue. But I do like it, but I don't know whether that's too dark as a luminaire, so I don't think I'd do that. But it's okay. But I think the higher firing's not helped, has it? So, this one, I had originally put something, I think just white gloss on it. Let me join it together. So this is rainforest with snow on the tips. That actually is very nice. That's very nice. Let me turn it this way, like this. That could be quite nice, couldn't it? It's all over the shelf, everywhere. Oh my goodness me. And this one has shivered off, which most likely is to do with the heat. So this one was rainforest with snow on the tips. And that's also very nice, but look what's happened. All my air pen work has shivered off, which I think that's to do with the programme and the overfiring. And even some of my holes, it's run and filled in. But I like that concept of rainforest with a touch of something on the rim. And I think this one, which is with pearl white on the rim, I think that's very nice. So out of these two, I prefer this one. These two, I prefer this one. So I think this is pearl white on its own. This is river birch. Which do you prefer? I don't know. And I think this one. So I think one of these creamy ones I'll choose, and I'll have it in conjunction, a set in this and a set in this. 3 sizes. What do you think? Bear in mind, this is not fired correctly, but I might have to do another test of that to check that at cone 6 it doesn't all shiver off. State of my shelf is not good. It's not the end of the world, but it's going to take quite a bit of work. Okay, I'm going to now just clear the shelf off, the little half shelf, because I've got some stuff underneath it. So I reglazed some of my mugs that I didn't like, and I'm not expecting great things. Oh, that's no better at all. So I had a purple mug that had purple gloss inside, and it had 1 blue rutile on the outside. I've added 2 more blue rutile on the outside, and this firing has just made it go dark. So what I'm going to do is, oh, who was it? One of my lovely subscribers suggested I added some gold luster, maybe stars or something on the hat. I'll put who it was that recommended, because I like that idea. So I'm going to add some gold luster because I've got a luster firing coming up, and that might just brighten that up, put some little maybe dots on his hat, because otherwise it's lovely. No pinholes, nothing, but it's just dull. So I'll do that. Okay, so these, one of them had poppy fields on the rim, but it hadn't run down very much, and the other one had pearl white on the rim and it hadn't run at all. So I just added more poppy fields, and I'm having to turn them that way because I can't actually, no, what am I on about? Turn them round that way. Oh, microphone. They're much better, aren't they? They're quite nice now. I like those. So this time I've made them all, it depends whether you want the gnome facing you or facing away with you. So right or left-handed, I don't know. It depends which way when you drink. Do you want to see the gnome when you drink, or do you want to face it away? So I'm going to make the next set with the handles on, on the opposite side to the face. Does that make sense? But that's much better. I'm happier with those now. I'm going to leave those as they are. I like those. Now, I'm interested to see these, and they don't look like they've stuck, warped, exploded. So I did. This is a brand new design that I'm trying for this year. Just literally made it up myself, not seen anybody else do it. There might have done similar things that's inspired me, but I have done a luminaire to have a candle, a tea light, a battery operated tea light in the inside. So I've done the one in, I think it's winter wood, because I'm thinking of neutrals. Okay, on the outside I did 2 winter wood. Okay, let me show you first. So this is my luminaire. So I've decided to go for this swirl and put hardly any holes at the bottom. So when the battery operated tea light is in, you don't see the tea light at the bottom, because I think that sometimes spoils it. And then it's sealed in the bottom, and then this is the bottom. So it took me a few goes to work out how to get the bottom aligned, a nice curve, what shape template, etc. And I love that design. Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. I love that design. So this was 2 times winter wood on the outside and with honey flux on the rim. I didn't know how much the honey flux was going to drip. It's barely dripped at all, and I like it, but I would put more on now because I think that honey flux would look nice if that was dripping down. Can you see? I think that would look lovely if that's dripping down. I'm not sure if I like the winter wood though. I've got a lot of crystals there. So we'll see. And then inside I just did 2 winter wood. And the 2 winter wood is maybe better on the outside. I've got 3 and it's too much speckles in my opinion. And then my other one I have done, I've got 2 more. One I'm hoping to put some gold luster on. That's pretty. Okay, so this one is 2 coats of snow. And what my plan was to put gold luster on the little stars and 2 coats of snow. I like that because it's not stark white. It's not running and dripping everywhere, so the bottom is nice and clean, and the cone 7.5, whatever it is, hasn't affected it. It's slightly warped here, despite how I did my drying process, and it wasn't after the bisque firing warped at all. Is that something to do with the hot firing or the 3 firings? I don't know, but I like that. So I will try that with the gold luster and let you know how I get on, but I'm going to repeat that one. I like that. The other one I tried with white opal. 2 times white opal, so it's a cream clay body. I prefer. This is a nice colour. I like the creaminess of it. It's quite fresh, but I may as well have just put a clear on it because you can't see the white opal. And that's 2 coats, so you can barely see the white opal. This one has got texture on. This one has got plain. Matte, glossy, textured. I can't hold them all the right way. I'm sorry. But what do you think? What do you think would be better for me to do sets in? I like the stars. I think that's very nice. Is that too stark white? Should it be going creamy? Do I do texture with stars with a clear gloss? What do you think? I'd love some feedback on this because I need to do some sets for Christmas, and these were my 3 prototypes. I did about 6 or 8 that didn't work, and then I refined my process. And I love the style, I love the design, but now I'm on texture, no texture, what glaze, lusters, etc. So I'd really appreciate some feedback. If you could, that would be wonderful. Okay, my top shelf was the fullest and it's a mess. So I'm going to clean up my props and take the shelf out, and I'll be back in a sec. I'm not looking. Okay, these are all shallow shelves now. I'm not looking yet. So I think I've got a 3-inch prop. So I'm hoping, well, is that going to got hotter because it's condensed, not so high, because I've got flat things on them, and also because of the 3 firings. And I did a dinner service for my son in Canada, 2 dinner services. The one was a peppered plum that I did, dishes, bowls, side plates, large plates, and he took those with him, but he was short of 3 large plates because a couple of them had cracked, so I made some more, fired them, took them across, but they were like pinky and the rest was all much more plummy, and I realised I'd done a second refire on the whole set. So I had to put these 3 back in for a refire just with an extra coat of peppered plum on. They've now gone to 3 firings and I reckon they're going to be cracked. I put silica sand in wax underneath. Shall I look? Let's just look. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let me take a photo. It's not disastrous, but it's not good. Okay. Oh, what a shame. Okay, immediately what I can see, I'll put up a photograph so you can see what I can see. First of all, my son's one of the 3 plates looks to be from the top in one piece. Brilliant. That was one I was worried about. The rest are tests, so it doesn't matter that they've broken. It's just a shame. And if I can see an idea about the glaze combination that I might be able to repeat, or if it's even worth doing, that's the plan. Oh, how hot are they? Too hot. And I need to see if this is stuck. So first things first, let me get the important one out, which is my son's plate. One of the three. And the reason I use the Camille Hoffman program is purely just, oh, it's okay. So I've softened the running hot chowder dots. So this was, I can't even remember what this, I'll try to put some notes in, because it's peppered plum and running hot chowder, but how many coats? And it's had 2 refires, and it's on a speckled flecked stoneware buff. As long as that doesn't crack now, as it's cooling down further. That's one of the 3. But the colour actually doesn't look any different. It looks still pinky. So I might do him some more as well. We'll see. Oh, it's making noises. Okay, there's a mushroom that's stuck on the wall. Oh no, it's not stuck on the wall. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, it's actually okay. It must have fallen over as it's cooling or something, and the glaze is set. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to remember now what my mushrooms were. I don't even know. Okay, I did some different mushrooms. I don't even know what I did. If I work out what I did, I'll put them in the notes. So one little mushroom, I think I did autumn purple, and I think I've done dots of oatmeal on the top of that, which you can't really see. And on the bottom, underneath of my mushrooms, how can I show you? I did manganese wash. It didn't wipe it back, just put it in because it would burn off. And I've done the little, whatever you call that thing that's underneath there. That's quite sweet. It's hard with gloves on. I like the look of this one from the top. Oh. 3 guesses who that one is? Peppered plum. I've done all the tops of my mushrooms with wonky tops as well. These sold really well. Not so keen on the bottom of that one underneath. The manganese wash is too strong. This is a stroke and coat speckled jaded. Nice. I bet you don't know what that one is, do you? Blue hydrangea, Mako blue hydrangea. Again, wonky tops. I like the wonky tops. This helps having the Vivo aluminium tables because my pieces are hot and I can put them straight on the tables, although it makes a bit of a noise when I'm putting them down. I tried the ancient copper left over, and actually I've started to get some of the crystallization. So interesting. I only had room for cones on the top shelf, so none further down, which is a shame. It was another stroke and coat, can't remember what that one is, and winter wood. Sweet. One more. This is glute orange, that one and that mug, which this is on a different clay. This is on, I don't even know what this is on. This is on KGM, I think, KGM body. And that's much nicer. I like that on the mushroom. I like the way that texture's gone. Not the texture, oh, look at that big pinhole. But maybe on this clay body, that glaze would be okay. That's the mushrooms. I did a little star, and I've done it in Christmas red on the Hartley & Noble bats, and I have just added flux on the rim, and I don't like that. So I didn't put a carrier over the top, so I think I'll add a carrier over the top. Maybe even something different. I don't know what I'll add. What can I add over the top? So that's Spectrum's Christmas red, and it was just light flux, and I expected it to move more. What could I put over the top of that to not lose the red completely? But the concept could work. I just haven't got the glaze right. Now, I did a couple of heart shapes and I wanted to try an idea. Okay, quite like it. So that's a heart shape. Well, obviously it's a heart. Using a Hartley & Noble drape mould. On the back, I just was playing around with some texture and I put no glaze on the back. I didn't put any washing or anything. And this is 2 coats of Christmas red. And then I've used Stroke and Count speckled cottontail. And I wish I hadn't had the speckled because I don't like those black dots in it. But I was wondering, was it going to run? But I quite like that. The idea of this was I've got a smaller one in the reverse colours, which has cracked. Ugh. I'm trying to join it together for you to see. So my idea was like a set like that, which I like that. Has the Stroke and Coat, the cotton Christmas red run on there? No. So they're just hand painted hearts, but shame it's cracked. And I did do more of that texture on the back, just playing with a new tool I had from Temu actually. I like that idea. What do you think? Yeah, I might play with that some more. I just quite like the sets like that in the different colours, but mix and match. And I could do all the sizes. And yeah, I like that. At the right firing temperature, with a bit of a tweak on the glazes, that could work quite nice. So I'm not disappointed in the cracks. I'm just glad. Oh, I'm pleased they're okay. Oh gosh, this one. Oh my goodness me, this, I'll put a picture in. This is, I wasn't happy with it when I did it because it was wonky. I'm trying to glue it back together in my hands. I can't hold it all. Okay, I'm going to have to try and put it like this for you to see. It's actually in 3 pieces here and it's got a big crack here as well. But does the glaze combo and the concept work? So I put some air pen around the edge, quite like that. Natural on the back and some nice little feet. I like that. I put texture on the one side, plain on the other. And then I did Norse blue on the one side, Celandon blue on the other. And then I blended a little bit of something. I can't remember because I'm holding this with everything in the middle. So I actually don't really like it much anyway. I think the line in the middle is too much. No, I don't think those 2 colours blend. Tell me what you think. I don't like that line in the middle. What would you have put between those 2 glazes to blend them? But yeah, we're in 4 pieces. But I'm not bothered about that one, but it was a test. And I don't think I'm going to repeat that glaze. Or if you did something like that, if I made the shape again, what would you put as 2 colours either side and what would you blend them with? Just give me some inspiration. Now, I did a reglaze of a bowl. Oh! The firing has definitely not helped this, but what is interesting about this is I've actually sieved my glaze chips with a mask on that I make from recycled glaze, and I had a big pot of the dust, and then I bought some CMC gum and mixed it up to actually make a brushable glaze, and that's what that is. Which it's a reglaze onto something that was Mako Dunes and matte. I don't know what's running down here. Oh, I think I did some loops of flux on the outside, which that's quite nice because it's brought out the colours and it's been fired too hot. So that is worth me trying again. Don't like this particular colour. Well, I don't dislike the colour, it's just not really me, but I'll play with that again. I'll play with that a little bit more, maybe on a taller piece. Now, I've done a lot of worry stones. I'm not going to show you them all. I'll literally just gather them all together and then I'll insert a photo at the end of all of them. But somebody, and could somebody remind me who it was I was talking to? And I don't know if it was Sarah Hallam I don't know. But somebody said with the worry stones, they saw what I'd done and how well they worked at market, a nice low price item. So they're going to make some, but they're going to actually add a hook into them and fasten them to a keyring chain so that people could also have them on their keys, and then it's nice for them to hold with their thumb on the stone, you know, from in their handbag. So I actually, when I had my cricket, because I bought it from Marketplace, it came with a load of stuff that the lady had been using for crafting, and there's about 25 keyring chains just on their own, brand new. So I've done exactly the same, and I put some with hooks on, that I'm going to put the keyring chains on those. I'm not going to show you through all the colours. However, what I did do was my first try at ugly jumpers. They took a lot of time, but I love them. Love that. Wow, they took a lot of time. But, oh, they are gorgeous. Plain on the back. I broke so many because I'd had it on too thin. I think I've got 7 or 8. I love those. But they're a lot of work. Got to be mindful of my time because my husband and my 2-year-old granddaughter will be here any minute, and we're on 55 minutes. Oh my goodness me. What I might have to do is stop this kiln opening when I hear them come back and do a second kiln opening with the second half, but let's see how far I can go through. Okay, let's see. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Something stuck. I'm happy. No cracks on this one, and some other prototypes and tests, but I've also heard my husband's here with my granddaughter. This is painful. I've got 2 more shelves and a lot of tests, different stuff on these, and I've got to leave the kiln opening now and maybe come back to it either if she has an afternoon nap or tonight or tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm happy just seeing that. Okay, I'm so sorry I've got to leave you, but we're on 56 minutes. So to be honest, it's not a bad thing. So this kiln opening will be in 2 halves because I've had to do it in 2 halves. So yeah, it wasn't as bad as it was going to be. Yes, I've got a lot of cracks, but to be honest, I'm not bothered which ones have cracked. I've got the tests and that was important. Sippy cups, some, it's a shame, but it's okay. They're salvageable. And what I can see down here, oh, right. Okay, I gotta go. I can hear them. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. So, look who's here. Who's that in there? Who is it? Is that Nana? And who's this? And where's baby? Show baby in the camera. Is baby there? Have you just come in the car with Grumpy?
Yeah.
And have you come to play with Nana and Grumpy? What are we going to do today? What's that? It's upstairs. That's my pottery. What are we going to play today, Olivia?
Pottery.
That's my pottery on the table, yes. Do you want to have a look in the kiln? Yeah. Let's have a look. What do you see in there? What's that? What is it? What did you see in there? And let me show you something. What's this? You like looking at yourself, don't you? So, yeah, my little bundle of joy, one of them has arrived.
What's that?
That's Nana's pottery studio. What's that? That's my glazes.
What's that?
What?
What's that door?
What's that door? That's the door to the toilet downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been in here for a while, have you? We need to do some pottery. So Olivia's sister is not so little anymore. She's turned 5 now and she's at school. So Grumpy, my husband, has done the school run and...
swing.
You want to go on the swing? Shall we have some breakfast first?
Yeah.
Would you like some eggs?
I want eggs and breakfast.
You don't want eggs? Have you had breakfast already at home?
Yeah. A swing.
The swing. Should we go on the swing later? Yes?
A swing now.
Go on the swing now? Okay, we can go on the swing now. So we play all day, non-stop, and we do crafts, and we do all sorts of things, don't we? We play sand, we do Play-Doh, we do painting, we go in the sand pit, we go on the swings.
A swing.
We're swings. Okay, we're going to go on the swings now, and when she has a morning nap, I will come back later and open the rest of my kiln. We're having a nice cuddle, aren't we, Olivia? You giving Nana a love?
Yeah.
Where's my kiss for this morning? I love you. Olivia?
What's that painting?
The painting, that's all Nana's paints that I do on my pottery. Lots of big jars of paint. They're called glazes. And we do painting.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, all my pottery. Olivia?
Oh, yeah.
I love you. I love you more.
What's that?
That's a mushroom.
What's that phone?
Oh, what's that phone? That's Nana's phone. Okay, we're going to go now. Shall we wave at ourselves on the camera? Can you wave to yourself? Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
What's that?
That's my camera. My camera. Because Nana's on the TV, isn't she? You watch Nana on the TV. Now Olivia's going to be on the TV. And everybody can see my beautiful, beautiful youngest granddaughter, Olivia, aged 2 and 5 months. Yeah? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
See you later.
See you later. Love you.
I love you.
I love you more.
I love you.
No, I love you more and more. Bye-bye.